Hi, today I will talk about why India is abstaining from voting at the United Nations Security Council and even staying away from condemning Russia. So myself Ahmad, and once again I welcome to all of you on my channel UPSC Knowledge Network. See, this strategic policy decision of India is largely guided by its renewed version of non-alignment, which seeks good relation with both US and the Russia. See, the US is important for India because US is a strategic partnership in various domains such as the military, intelligence sharing, economic cooperation and the technology cooperation. And on the other hand, Russia is also equal important for India, especially with regard to defense procurement. See, after Russia invaded the Ukraine, the Western nations and the US was expecting India to take its side and criticize Russia's action and to express solidarity with the Ukraine, but India has been abstaining from doing so. See, India also has its the foreign policy principle, which is non-violence, yeah, ahimsa, which is nothing but self-determination. Under it, India believes that one country should not interfere with affairs of other country, and according to Indian foreign policy principle, in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Russia is aggressor and the Ukraine has become the victim. And that's why, according to our foreign policy principle, we can question Russia because India believes in the principle of the Vasudeva Kutumbakam, where the world is the family, and if any weak family member is threatened by other family member, we should condemn it. If we talk about the India China, it is the China who is aggressor, and India may be the victim in the future if India does not criticize Russia's action, because if India does not do so, it will give further push China to conquer Indian territory illegally. And the recent LAC crisis where the China provoked us and killed the 20 Indian soldiers. So let's try to understand that why India is hesitating to take even a single step against the Russia. To understand it, first of all, we will have to understand that how dependent India is right now on Russia's weapon. See, from 1990 to 2020, India's buying from the Russia has reduced drastically, but the recent order of S-400 worth over $4 billion. See, the overall buying from the Russia has decreased, but a lot of weapons that we brought earlier needs to be refurbished, replaced, and the service, and all of that needs collaboration from the Russian government. And see, the recent the Congress report of the US shows that since 2010, the Russia has been the source of 62% of all Indian arms imports, and India has been the largest Russian arms importers, accounting for 23% of all Russian arms imports. For example, out of 667 plane fleets that we have in India, over 71% of those planes are of the Russian origin, and 39% of being the Sukhoi, 22% of being the MiG-21, and the 9% of being MiG-29. All of are the Russian origin. See, there are some joint venture that has been taken by the India and the Russia, such as the AK-200-03 assault rifles and the BrahMos. So we can conclude by saying that India's navy, military, and even if air force are more dependent on the Russia's weapon right now. We can counter all these arguments by saying that the current policy of the non-alignment that India is going to follow right now, it will not convert India's ambition of becoming the Vishwa Guru, because India is not asserting itself at the international stage. See, India should take a step to strengthen itself at the international stage by expressing disappointment over the Ukraine conflict, because one resolution that India has signed under the BRICS, that is not going to fulfill by the Russia. See, the India, China, and the Russia are the members of the BRICS, and the recent New Delhi declaration, all the BRICS members have resolved that all its the five member will oppose any unilateral use of force against the any state, not just a member, a state, and concluded that all disputes should be resolved by the peaceful means. And Russia invading the Ukraine is going to against this resolution. That's why it is the right time for India, that India has to assert itself at the international stage. See, of course India needs friends and the collaboration, but it does not mean that India cannot take a step to strengthen itself. See, to strengthen itself, India wants the seat at the United Nations Security Council and the multi-organization. And if India wants to be a part of the global affairs, then India needs to assert itself at the international stage by asking Russia to withdraw all its troops from the Ukraine, and from the next time India should be in the favor of the Ukraine when it comes to vote at the United Nations Security Council. See, to reduce the defense procurement, India has been diversifying its the defense import, such as the India has imported aircrafts from France, and India has been importing guns from Sweden, and India has imported ships from the UK. That's why we can say that India need not worry about its the defense procurement, because India has diversified its the defense procurement from multiple countries. And thanks for watching.